Boom.
Boom. That's live. Let me
run it back real quick. Run it back.
Hey, do it one more time. Do it for break it down for one more time.
All right.
That's dope.
You like that?
I like that. Let me share this live stream out.
Okay. So we'll throw it in every now and then, just because it's new.
Got the rocking colors with the purple and the blue. What?
Yes.
With us.
I'll have to send you it from Canva. In case you want to use it, it just says Converse with the Mamas. Subscribe now. All right. So it is Wednesday, the 11th of January, 2023. And it is Converse with the Mamas. And I am one busy mama. And this is
Frugal Mama.
Yeah. Well, oh, you got yellow. The banner is yellow.
Just
nice.
It's in sync. In sync.
We're going to put the ticker up. A little scroll across the bottom. Fair Use Act. So today is trending topics, breaking headline news. Okay. So welcome in. Shout out to the members first. Okay. Life at the Logans. And who else do we have?
Here's what I found.
Look at this. House of X, Amma, Gavin, Kenneth, hi. And Experienced Africans, how are you? Scratching with the deep man.
Hey.
Edward. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And Mr. Terry. Okay, so I'll let people roll in, but today is one of our topics, which is trending topics and headline news, okay? I got a good one. It came up just as I was, well, not just as, but because I'm up at like 5:15 in the morning. But, I'm sitting there doing my thing. Shout out to all the people who wake up earlier than they need to.
Yeah, get it in.
Just, watching some stuff. Oh, thank you, Mr. Terry. Look at that. Every Wednesday.
Boom.
With all the time frames.
Okay.
So welcome in. Thanks for coming. A brother of a certain age. Christina.
What up,
Hey. I love it. So how's everybody doing? Okay then. We may open up for open panel. So I'll drop the link at some point during the conversation. But if you missed any of the headlines this morning, breaking news. I think it was at 6:30. Yes, 6:30 a.m. FAA grounded all U.S. flights. You probably didn't even hear it if you were sleeping, because they resolved it. They resolved it at 9 a.m. Eastern time.
Ooh, I know that caused some inconvenience for them folks that were supposed to go out early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who was that again?
This is the FAA, which is,
the whole FAA, every flight, not just one airline.
All. See, this is why I want to share my screen. But
I ain't heard nothing.
This computer be glitching.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me roll the banner while I get this thing together here.
Roll it. That part.
Hey, Savage. Hey, Celestial. Okay, so let me get back to the chat because I saw
in the
some people.
Building.
What do we say here? Hi, everyone. Oh, it's okay. I started a little late today. Mountain of Inspiration. How you doing? Okay, so FAA grounds all U.S. flights. All of them were grounded at 6. Well, before actually 6:30, because that's when it was reported. Thank you, Savage. That's when it was reported. But I'm surprised that they didn't make a big deal about this.
Right. What was the reasoning?
Okay, getting into it. What they claim was system outages or system failure, aka computer glitches, which is very interesting. Because it is very hard. Well, if you don't know, it is very hard to ground all planes at once.
All planes everywhere.
And they are automatically saying that this is not because of any cyber attack. This is not related to any sort of domestic terrorism or international terrorism. So the FAA actually tweeted out the FAA is working to restore its notice to air mission systems. We are performing final validation checks and reloading the system now. That was 10 hours ago. And the press secretary for the president said the president has been briefed by the Secretary of Transportation this morning on the FAA system outage. There is no evidence of cyber attack at this point, but the president directed DOT to conduct a full investigation into the causes. To me, this sounds so suspicious, right?
I know, yeah. They trying to keep public something down, but shoot, that sounds real suspicious. You just shut down everything for hours.
Yeah, they restored it.
Nothing. They better. I'm telling you,
it's coming. Wait. What am I? Allegedly.
Yeah, right. Allegedly.
Hey, BKNY micro farmer.
Well, I'm glad they did take the precautions.
Praying couple. Hey. Life. How you doing? Who else snuck up in here? Thank you for coming in. So
it's just a shame that you can't believe nothing that the folks say. I wonder is the FAA really federal? Because like some of these things, they like the
I know, right?
They don't have nothing to do with federal government
or working for the government.
Right.
This system notifies pilots of emergencies when down. Also, the backup system went right, Edward. That's what I was saying. I was hearing is that the first system failure went off, and then the backup to that was also out. Now, I would think best country in the world would at least have their computer systems together. We
all fall short.
I mean, but you're right. Let's go back to that. Anything that we think is federal, you guys need to Google some of this stuff. Look it up. Go to your library, wherever you need to get some information. A lot of the stuff that we think is government run is not actually run by any government entity. And it's interesting that we think the government has control over that, but they're actually not. Just like anyway, you have an example?
One of them, like the FTC, the FCC, a lot of them, maybe even the IRS. I don't even know. Let me see. Federal FTC. I'm trying to tell you, I used to know all this kind of stuff.
So,
what's the people who regulate the food? I don't even think they. What's the name? My brain. I've been on.
I don't know why I can't think. The EPA is environmental.
FDA. The people that do the FDA.
Yeah. I just drew a whole blank. Mm-hmm. Welcome in. All the computer issues are happening over here. So
they say that the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, is an agency within the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Okay.
But is that a government?
It's on. I don't know. I would think that. I don't know. Kind of shaky.
don't know how I feel about system failures when it comes to planes. Hey, Pete, I just don't think that that's okay. It lasted for about 2.5 hours. They released the outage shortly before 9 a.m. Eastern. Human resources and stuff like that is usually run by the state, but not the government. Federal, not the federal.
And it says the FCC mission. It says an independent U.S. government agency. What does that mean?
Okay, this is the one that I thought Mr. Terry said, and I thought that this was one, but okay. The Federal Reserve Banking System is not part of the United States federal government. It's a privately owned bank. That's why when they jack up interest rates, the president can't do nothing about it. And I've been trying to tell people that it's separate. The word federal on there is a misnomer, misleading. We have to understand words matter, and in the context that they use them in, anybody uses them in, it matters. Food and Drug Administration. Let me see. Anybody else?
Whoa. We got a super sticker.
Oh, do we? Wait a minute. Sticker. Always Tam. What? Thank you.
Okay.
Hold up. We got a little something. Boom.
That part.
Boom.
Thank you.
I love it. Shout out to the mamas. Thanks, Jay, for coming in. Now, I know I'm not really a conspiracy theorist, but if you've watched any old movies, a lot of the stuff is already like predicted, okay? Like the script has already been out there. You just weren't paying attention, or you thought it was pure entertainment. There's also something to do with like power grids and what do we call it? Internet grids. At some point, the overload can be too much. And we all know that. We all have Wi-Fi, right? And if we don't have Wi-Fi, we lived in an era before Wi-Fi and internet and cell phones and all that stuff. Things have a tendency to go out. So it's just not cool, because the system failures, to me, does it translate to the actual planes? Because if you have to ground all the planes, right, because you can't communicate with the towers and all the other stuff, what about the electrical components within the airplanes? That's what makes it a little crazy. All right, so.
Well, I'm glad that they took appropriate steps to
5G
avoid any.
I feel like that's just to make public, like the people, oh, it's not a big deal. They fixed it, right? They fixed it. Yeah, get that crap out of there. All right. Now, I know you guys have heard about these deadly storms that are happening over in California. Last I checked, it was like 8 people were dead.
What? Where have I been? What done happened?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
What kind of storms?
Oh, they're having flooding. Torrential rain like they've never had before. I'm gonna get into that because there's just so much behind it. And again, I'm not doing the whole conspiracy theories, but there's just too many coincidences. So consistent, Edward said, computer system currently used is antiquated. Yeah, I mean, I feel like everything seems to be antiquated when it comes to technology in this country.
Oh, you know what? Don Easy TV was talking about how he was on his bike and they just started pouring down. That's right.
Yeah, he's in California.
From YouTube.
Yeah, our BKNY, our weather is out of whack. That's for sure. So I've heard theories that California is like long overdue for the big one. And they've been fracking for oil off the coast. And, there's a huge fault line off the coast. If you don't, I keep saying, but I'm telling you, there is a fault line off the coast of California, the San Andreas fault line. Naturally, California and most of the West Coast runs along that fault line. So they naturally would get earthquakes all the way down Chile, Peru, all of them. Okay. You know, I love my Peru. And it's not my Peru, but you know what I mean. So they're overdue for a big one. So these torrential rains are like at astronomical levels, so much that places cannot contain. They're having mudslides, they're having rain, downpours, unheard of. You know, some people would say biblical. Let me just tell you something. The earth changes every 4,000 to 4,500 years. Okay? We weren't there 4,000 years ago. This terrain may have always been mudslide and rain, you know. It's just
It
in
had to
the
have been something
times.
so we wouldn't have all the valleys and this, that, and the
Right.
third, you know.
But they built on these hills and valleys. So and then they charge you an arm and a leg just to be up there, but it's not a naturally inhabitable place. So you take the risk. The changes are coming. You've experienced 4 earthquakes? That's crazy. I think I'm really more concerned with that. Scratching with I said Mr. D, but scratching with D-Man, our government controls the weather, in his opinion. I've also heard that out there. The weather, I would say, has been leaning towards changes that the earth naturally goes through, according to I would reference the biblical era, not just the Bible, but there's other texts that talk about crazy weather patterns happening, volcanoes exploding. I think there was one in Hawaii not too long ago. Edward, correct me if I'm wrong. You're over there. But like, if you think of Mount Vesuvius over in Italy, there was one not too long ago. I know it was in the eastern, whatever, in the Asias, right? That exploded, and tourists were getting off a cruise ship, and you know, it was a disaster because it's, you know, there's no time stamp on it. It just happens. Oh, you're feeling great. Okay. Pew pew. Life with the logo. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. So the storms are just out of control. So shout out to the people in California that are they haven't had rain like this in a very long time.
But I think, you know, some of our behaviors kind of accelerate the naturally occurring phenomena that, you know, have happened since the beginning of time. But
that definitely contributes too.
You know,
so they're under evacuation. Oh, it's up to 17. My bad. 8 hours ago. So this is the 3rd deadly storm to hit California, bringing mudslides. It's just a series of terrible weather. Oh, Harold Simple Adventures. Thanks for coming in. If I missed anybody, please, even if you drop a heart, just to let me know you're here. There were more tornadoes this last year than the one 40 years. Oh, that's, yeah, those weather patterns, they kick up hurricanes, tornadoes, all kinds of warm air meets cold air type of thing. It's a deadly combination.
Oh, wow.
All right, what do we got?
That would say, yep, you're correct.
Yes, Mount Kilauea. I thought I heard that. Hey, boss lady. Shout out to the members. I said it earlier, but shout out to you guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for everybody coming in. All right. Egg shortage. Have we all been hearing about this looming egg shortage? I think I heard it on Micro Farmers channel and another homesteading channel.
That's why I said I need some chickens. I can't be fooling around and have no eggs.
Right. Get some eggs. Okay, so the price I know has jacked up. Hey, Cooking with Net, extremely. Like,
yeah.
I want to say in the last year it was $2.99 for the 18 count. Then it went to $3.99. Now it's way over $4.
Yeah,
Yeah, always
it's
a little.
crazy. I remember they used to be 99 cents. Man.
Me too, for a dozen, right?
Yeah.
Yep, I used to get the Walgreens special.
But you know what? I guess it's to be expected because, like, you remember when Popeyes they had somebody, we don't have no wings, but you can have these thighs. I'm like, it was a chicken. Eventually, it's gonna be an egg shortage. But I think that it may just be, for the conspiracy theories in there, it may be controlled to keep prices in,
I think it is. I believe there's a lot that they.
Oh, $4.95 for a dozen.
No eggs at Target.
Whoa.
That's where I get my eggs. Well, I get a lot of my stuff. Inflammation. Oh my gosh. Yes. The people who have inflammatory diseases. We talked about some of those 2 weeks ago, maybe. Rheumatoid, lupus, and MS. Those are just some, but those inflammatory diseases must be like bing, 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 bing. You can't even sit still. I'm a not be glitter world. I just think, it's coming to a point where you're gonna have to get your own resources, your own chickens, your own cow, your own. I mean, if you really want to go there, but
yes, Celestia, I bet you inflamed like something.
They've been saying that for years, though.
Yeah, but it's like I know this sounds real trifling, but the care for all these animals and all these gardens, I don't know how they do it. Like, I'll be looking at Michael for me. He had about 15,000 garden
rabbits.
And then you got to plant something at a certain time. This has to run, and you got to have trellis. And I'm like, oh Lord have mercy, I'll just be done starved to death trying to feed myself.
Well, it'll make you be a vegetarian real quick.
And in the wintertime, you got to cover it stuff, and oh Lord, and then you got to protect it from the animals and the predators. Lord have mercy. I don't see how they do it. I give much respect to everybody who do all that.
Yeah,
my nerves is too bad. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm gonna try when we move. I'm gonna try.
I like the gardening. I've always wanted like goats and chickens and things. And it does look a little.
Goat? You gonna drink goat milk?
I did as a child, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I'm lactose intolerant. It used to be really bad. Yeah, but you have to have like permission and all that. So I'm gonna have to have my land. I was diagnosed with it. What? You were diagnosed with what? GERD, boss lady? I mean, it's very hard, especially with inflammatory disorders, because the food that we eat is just like, I don't know. Okay, so the eggs. Try to find your alternatives. That's my best advice if you can't get a chicken, because the eggs might be just disappearing for a little while.
Breaking news. She's telling me no.
It's a no yolk. That's what one of the headlines says. It's a no yolk. Like, it's no joke.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Boss Lady, Cooking with Net, and BKNY, or anybody else I missed that has GERD. I have just been turned to papaya enzymes. I started taking that and I stopped taking my acid reflux medication, and it's at Walmart. Walmart does delivery now, 2-day, 1-day shipping, or you can just go into Walmart. Papaya enzymes. They're little chewable tabs, kind of like Tums, but they taste better than Tums. and I take it before I have my coffee in the morning. And I've had zero issues. Let me tell you, zero. Because, and I'm going to go slightly into medical and then I'm going to go back to the headlines. Yes, papaya. If we take these antacids, which are basically calcium, for a long period of time, it starts to deplete in our bones, and we end up with more inflammatory disorders and less bone density. Okay, thanks, Jay, for coming in. So that's my thing, papaya enzyme. I'm gonna make a short out of that too, Jay. Boom. All right. The egg shortage has to do with avian flu outbreaks, which is constant, right? Like people get the flu, the avian, birds get the flu. Yes, cooking with net, and it doesn't taste bad. So that's my medical moment.
I diagnosed with GERD a long time ago, but I refused to take. At that time it was the pills in a yellow and purple box. I don't remember what they was. And I said, I'm not taking all this kind of stuff. So I did some research. What can I do to prevent this? And basically, all this stuff is caused from inflammation.
And the foods that you eat. So spicy, chocolate, coffee, all the stuff that tastes real good.
exactly. And then that's what I started doing, is cutting back. And I was like, the main culprit for that kind of aggravates and starts a whirlwind of stuff was coffee. But I was like, I'm just gonna have to figure something out because I like my coffee. But some of the coffees are a little more treated. The coffee beans are a little more treated than others, so it may cause some of the things too.
Oh crap! Okay, yeah, garlic. I forgot that Joy had a premiere. I just remembered. Anyway, so all in moderation. Yes, caffeine. I said coffee, but caffeine.
Why you have to just stop doing garlic? What garlic do? I thought that was pretty good for you.
That's good for cholesterol.
Yeah, I remember I was eating garlic. I was eating this raw. I was like, I don't care. Garlic and ginger. Now, if you they say that the ginger help you make babies.
Yeah, I don't know about that. BKNY said, he's asking me, do you think ginger, is good? I don't know. Maybe ginger tea, not necessarily chomping on ginger. I don't like ginger at all. Like it pains me to even smell it. But I'll do a lemon ginger tea if I'm having a cold or something like that. I don't know about that one.
It's kind of strong. It's very acidic, so it may kind of
in like flare it up. Hey, Sam. Let me see. Gavin's back in the building. Thank you.
Okay. But I know that ginger does some other stuff, because this guy was very sick and he used to eat whole pieces of ginger, like garlic. And boy, he'd be sitting there and be like, "Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus, we're gonna have to do something else, honey."
Yeah, I would think, and I can look it up, but I would think ginger wouldn't help. But turmeric is really good for inflammation. I do know that, and I know that they like to put turmeric and ginger in combination. But that's usually for like joints and stuff, or to get rid of, bacteria.
That's cool. I'm glad you said that, because I was watching this naturalist, and she make her own face stuff that she clean her face with, and she did baking soda and a little organic turmeric, and I guess that's what that's what it's for, antibacterial, and then and that's what she used.
It's good for a lot of things. I know people who have chronic disorders take turmeric. Yeah, I probably, just because I don't like ginger, I wouldn't go for it. Yes, we did garlic and orange juice shots in the morning. We would chew the garlic, then drink the juice as a chaser, says Ned. Hey, Kelly King.
Like apple cider vinegar and all that kind of stuff. I can't.
But that's super acidic.
Yeah, baby, I cannot do it. I'll be like, man, I can't. But it's supposed to like help clear out any toxins in the body.
Okay, so I did drop the link if anybody wants to come and jump up. I can drop it
come
again.
on.
It has to be about the topics, you know. We're not doing, and we vet people before you get up here anyway. But
Okay.
not if yeah. Hey, James Guype. Okay, so another headline that you probably haven't heard. They are banning, actually, the federal government, a federal agency is considering a ban on gas stoves.
What? I love my gas stoves. I
I
love
don't
gas.
have one, but I used to, and best for cooking, right?
Best. And you know, I can't even cook, but I just love it. And when the electricity went out, guess what I had? Gas. The
Gas.
stove would start.
So I'm not going to go into conspiracy theories because this
Okay.
is fair use, but why would we get rid of something that doesn't involve electricity?
I'll wait.
Okay. Think about it. I appreciate you coming in. Okay, so we up north in the Northeast, gas stove are everywhere, right? I mean, you see electric stoves, but gas stoves are like a thing. And I think there's only one town that I know of over here. The next town over has gas as an option. No, they don't think that electric stoves are better. They just want to limit the amount of resources, in my opinion, fair use, allegedly. They just want to limit the amount of resources you have. Don't they have a ban on wood stoves already, says Glitter World. In your house? Probably. Because I don't think that they can, what do you call it? When they do inspections, I don't think they can allow wood burning stoves. Couple phones off. It's marbles. Oh.
Okay.
I have an electric stove too. But you can always buy yourself a gas grill. Now, my theory in all of this is that the gas prices are going to go wackadoodle pretty soon. And you can tell that they control gas prices because the day before Christmas, it was like less than $3. Nobody was thanking Biden, but that's okay. I filled up my tank. Christmas Day, it was way over $3. It was like $3.40 again. I'm like, what is the difference between today and yesterday? Nothing. Yeah, they can make us depend on it. They can control the heat. I heard that, those smart thermostats, which I never liked. You guys, I use technology. Hey, Sweet Ree, I use technology, but I'm not a fan. I don't like losing the ability to control things. I know it's very easy. Oh, download an app and you can control it wirelessly. I'm not into it. I'm into the old school. Hey, Persona. Listen, if you're not paying attention, the stuff is just it's coming faster than I thought it would come. It's going real fast and steady like a river downstream. Okay,
because AI is gonna take over. Okay, they already got these got a Walmart. They got no people in that mud. I mean, I don't know if they don't have no people, but most of the stuff is what's the name?
Well, Walmart did itself in, so you know, doggone customer service at Walmart is awful. So they just made it. Okay, Edward said they are having second thoughts on that. They're considering warming about methane.
Oh.
That's always an issue. I hope I didn't miss anybody's comment. We have to. I know. The gas stoves are the soldiers that keep the family fed when the power goes out, is what I'm saying, Mr. Terry. Glitter World said it's a dictatorship, allegedly.
That part.
They put faith in medicine. Throw in big pharma. The people. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. People don't have a chance.
Oh, Celestial, I can't stand self-checkout. I'll be like,
listen, I like self-checkout, but now when you go, I did, because I don't like people. You guys know that. That's another short. What persona says? Smell a conspiracy. I know I'm not trying to put gas on the conspiracy theories. I just make myself laugh. But somehow it just evens out. Like if you did it in a we're trying to save the planet type of thing, maybe people would get down with it. But when you say stuff like that, like, oh, we're just going to ban gas stoves, people start to wonder, you know, like if the electricity goes out, which is your heating source, right? How am I supposed to get warm?
Right. Better get up some wood.
Right. It's not a conspiracy theory, though, because there's facts kind of behind this whole thing. I do like self-checkout Sweetery because it is faster. What I'm saying is now that I'm seeing more self-checkouts, I try to go through the lines that have people. Not at Walmart because I can't stand Walmart.
I do not like self-checkout. First of all, I don't work here. Okay, I'm not getting a check so I should not be having to check myself out. Okay, y'all saving money, but this is annoying. Okay, I came in here thinking, okay, I'm gonna get XYZ. That's what I came here to do. Check me out. Okay. And second of all, then something go wrong. Then you gotta wait on the person.
Oh, I know.
Oh, come on.
And if it's at Walmart, you might as well just leave. Okay, Sam, let me say something about you. Okay, you use self-checkout mostly. Walmart has made it almost impossible to find an employee in the building who even wants to help you or check you out. Okay? Especially when I used to do couponing. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, they'd be like, ugh.
And then what was I going to say about Walmart and Sam's Club have the scan as you go. So you could just literally scan stuff, put it in a bag, and keep it moving, and then your receipt will be on your phone.
I don't trust that. You might just accidentally be sliding by something. And then if it can just, I don't like that. Because you know somebody did that. We was at Kroger or something, and then they scanned a wallet or something, and then they took a credit card and started using that mug right then. Oh no, I got that protector thing now. They're supposed to not be able to penetrate. What's the name? These people, it's too much. It's too much. No, just let me check out with a human being. I want to say hi, how you doing? How your grandkids, your mama, all that. I want to be personal. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna probably be a thing of the past. I think they got rid of a lot of them too, Sam. And Sam is in Great Britain, England. I always look to people who are international because usually we're the last people to do anything.
Yeah.
And the other parts of the world have already changed. And Sam said most of them are self-checkout. I do a lot of Target delivery orders too. Yep, I'd rather go to Target. Yes, boss lady.
Oh, I do not like Target. It's too clean. It's that too. I mean, it's, ain't no ratchetness going on. Okay. All right. I ain't got time. I want to go and,
Target just makes it so easy. Like they got drive up, they got pick up if you want to go in, they got drop off or delivery. Like no problems with Target. I'm telling you. Oh, speaking of, shout out to Target. Again, I've got like a million videos of me saying shout out to Target. But anyway, they should sponsor this and me. So I bought a pair of socks. Not a pair, a bundle, 10 pair of socks for the little one, 5-year-old. I'm taking them out, putting them to the side, pairing them, making sure I have pairs so they can get washed. Why did I have 7 out of 10? I instantly picked up my phone, got on my Target app, and you can click on the item, report an issue. And what I put was missing item. Got an email within seconds. I just got my delivery today. They sent me a whole new 10 pair of socks.
What?
Now, that's what I'm talking about, customer service.
I mean, mean, I like Target. I really like Target when they started having the meat clearances. I didn't even like. At that time, I wasn't even eating meat. I said, "Let me get some of this meat."
Yep, when they mark it down, it'd be like,
I was like,
the now price. Oh, if you don't
and I
have
was
a
like,
super Target,
it's not no bad meat either. It's just
it's not.
nearing.
It's just like make it that day.
Yeah.
Target all day, baby.
What I like about Target is they do support a lot of minority designers and stuff like that.
Yes, and communities. They do give back. I have a charity section on my phone, so if you spend a certain amount of money, you can donate to charities. Like, not money, but you donate your votes and stuff to which charity they're going to donate to. Anyway, I can go on and on about Target.
I like that.
One time, I'm going to just be live in Target. See if they sponsor me then. Hey, The Gathering Within. Okay, so that was the ban on gas stoves. We are like, I can go a little extra because we started at 4. Okay, anyway, you guys heard about the teacher that was shot by the 6-year-old?
Yeah, man.
Now, what is his problem?
That was disgusting. First of all, where did he get this? I mean, like, why does he have access to a gun? And what made him think that this was a good idea? But you know what? We go to the gun range and it be kids of all ages.
Right there with them.
Yeah.
It's good to teach gun safety, but you just walk straight out the door with your backpack and everything.
Yeah, my gun safety thing is you touch a gun, I'm going to punch you in your chest and bring your throat up your neck. Okay.
Dang. That's going to be a short too.
But I don't even like play toy guns and people be giving them for Christmas and all that kind of stuff. No.
Yeah, I don't like.
Because
as soon as you point it.
Got shot in the park. You remember? That little kid got shot in the park with a fake gun. We ain't taking no chances. Do not play with it. But I am gonna have them in a real weapon safety thing course. But that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what he was mad about.
They didn't never say what he said. Like, what do you do with a 6-year-old? You can't put him in juvenile detention.
No, his parents are
to get age to do juvenile time. Like what?
His parents are going to be charged.
As they should.
As they should. That's what I say. If I got to be responsible for you, you ain't gonna touch or look or lick or smell anything that could be deadly. My mom was. Yeah, I don't really. Like with this little one, you know how moms and dads kind of change over time. Like you real strict the first few, and then the last one you like maybe not. The gun belonged to the mother who did not have it secured. Yeah, she better be charged. She better go all the way to jail, all the way under the jail.
Yeah, but again, if you have the gun in one place and the ammunition somewhere else, how are you gonna protect yourself if somebody come up in there? You
just zigzagging all throughout the house.
Like, boom, boom, boom. Because we not even finna have no questions. This man gonna be nothing. I mean, like, as soon as I realized that you are not supposed to be here and you that came up in here, come on now. And that's our constitutional right. Bear arms, protect yourself.
Well, let me see. California laws states lock up tight. Yeah, I mean, the training, first of all, is number one. Gun safety, training with an actual gun, and how to properly store. Because now it's just getting so lax. They do it for people who will react too fast. I went to Walmart and the other day I was mad.
I know, right?
Right. In Ontario. Oh, it's law. Yeah, it should be. You see, I look to other countries to see what they're doing because we're always dead last. I don't like that, but dead last when it comes to doing what's best for the people. A man in Houston robbed a restaurant with a fake gun and the rubber end up getting killed by what you see?
See?
That's what you get Why are you even running around with the fake one? Because nobody can tell the difference nowadays.
Straight yeah. I mean, but that just like but see, like I think at one time they said like if you were in your car, you could have the gun, but the ammunition had to be in the trunk. First of all,
in the trunk.
First of all, this makes no sense. But second of all, you may as well just leave it at home because by the time you do all that, anyway,
it's over.
I mean, but I think because people's tempers are so out of control, like they have no self-control.
There's ways of being able to own weapons, such as guns or shotguns or handguns or whatever.
I do not believe in violence, but I do believe that you should have the ability to protect yourself. Go ahead.
Yeah, and carrying it and using it appropriately. There's no reason that you need to be carrying a long gun in church, at the grocery store, near any park or school.
Now, those should be people came in that shooting up that movie theater. They coming into Walmarts,
Yeah. That's why I don't go to that's why I try not to go to Walmart, and that's why I don't go to the movie theater.
They're not going to Target, huh?
Yeah, it ain't happening in Target. I think they actually have the stuff, metal detectors. They catch you. Shoot.
Boy, Target, if you were watching, please sponsor one busy mama because she done gave y'all metal detectors in there.
I'm so waiting, allegedly, that they have metal detectors. Okay, so I don't know what this little kid.
People react too fast. Yeah, that's a fact.
I don't know what happened to this 6-year-old, but I don't think killing somebody is a justification for any doggone thing. Even you don't take I had the law into your own hands.
Your house. I'm sorry, go ahead.
You don't take the law into your own hands. Where has that phrase gone? You should have freedom by not letting guns control your life. It's a broken system there.
Yeah.
See, that's why people don't want to come over here.
But in Canada where they're not allowed guns. They don't have
guns. No guns allowed in the UK. Australia, I know, is very strict on their gun protocols.
Security, yeah.
Listen, it's been proven that there's nothing good that happens when everybody is carrying, okay? Because they just find a reason.
Yeah, because if nobody had them, then what would be? I mean, nobody would need them.
You'd have to put your dukes up, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to go out there,
mm-hmm.
get into it.
Mm-hmm. I know. I had a friend. He dead now, but he went to jail for manslaughter because he was fighting and he killed somebody with his hands. I don't want to fight. I believe love, love, not war. Okay, I'm leaving. Hey, stop it. Yes, they just found a reason to use. Yeah, exactly. Mountain of inspiration. If nobody had them.
I mean, you wouldn't have the feeling that you need to protect yourself either if nobody had them.
Exactly.
I mean, you don't have mass shootings in most countries, but I mean that's probably a whole nother subject. They don't have guns, but
they do stab each other to death
frequently. I mean, you can't do a lot of harm to a mass crowd, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You might be cut up a little bit, but anyway.
But just like that dude Donna had on the thing, he ran over some people. Boy, if somebody have intention to hurt, they will hurt.
Will. Yeah,
how you run over people with your car like that? Well, I did run over somebody one time, but it wasn't. I mean,
oh my God! Is there statute of limitations?
Statute of limitations is but that was when I was a teenager. But anyway,
Jesus.
Yeah, you should watch what you say to people.
Right. You listen. I'm not even going to go into it. Exactly. I really want to, but I don't. Exactly. The issue with the post office.
But just think of that, how it would linger on a person in their right mind, how that act would linger with them forever. You know what I'm saying? Like even when I was in the military, man, I was like, okay, we under here. It was like First of all, you have to think, can I really kill somebody? Okay, you really have to. Once you get trained at it, be like, okay, I may have to really kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? And that was lingering. That's a lingering feeling. You know what I mean? But
Right. But
that's why
if
I
you,
got ticked off when people started protesting the military and whatever. I'm like, you know what? You have all the rights to say whatever you want to say and to march down up and down the street because of the military. Don't play with me. Anyway, I lived in
I
years.
mean, where there's a will, there's a way. If you crazy and you want to hurt people,
Mm-hmm.
you just gonna do it anyway. And to be honest, those people who are mentally inflicted with all these kinds of horrible thoughts and commit things probably have no repercussions in their head anyway. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
they're not losing any sleep. If they actually commit the act, they're not losing any sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes people think they're going to commit the act, go ahead and get to it, and then change their mind because the process of it all.
Mm-hmm.
There's too
That's how
many
you end up
stabbings in
getting
the
shot and
UK.
fooling around.
Remind me again, Sam, why I'm not going there. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so let me see if I can pull this one up. I don't know. I got so many. I do have so many. But Arizona man arrested for trafficking. Sex trafficking. After neighbor felt something was off.
See, this is
So
where I draw the line. They make me want to fight. I'm just
this
playing. I do not like. Oh, go ahead. Want to be my? Let
so
me be.
this guy, Stephen Hurry, do they be just making up names? Faces charges of sex trafficking, pandering, sexual abuse, aggravated assault, criminal damage, and disorderly conduct. When his neighbor noticed something was off. Stephen was arguing with a female victim outside his home when a neighbor observing the altercation believed something was off with the two of them, and he called the police. And let's see, the victim, they're saying, had been living with Mr. Hurry since May. She was a housekeeper. What? So he hired her
How
to
many
be a
housekeepers stay with you? What kind of man?
no.
Come on now. They go home at some point. I mean, like unless you have a mansion, I ain't like.
I agree with
And I
you,
think the
Sam.
reason why people keep doing this stupid, heinous things because they don't get enough prosecution. They don't get enough. They don't get disciplined enough.
Consequence.
Consequence. That's what you know. You thank you for helping me. I can know. Yeah, they don't get enough. Stop doing stuff to people. Leave folks alone.
Short.
Okay. For real, man. That just ticks me off because I was watching some. I'm watching. Are y'all watching Yellowstone?
No, but I saw that. Is that with Kevin, the
Cos-
guy from Bodyguard?
yeah, that's him. No, I'm saying yeah, that's him, but I'm telling you,
That's him.
they had this little teenage girl in the back of a van. Two grown men with this little trying to do something to this little teenage girl. Now see what to do. I ain't gonna tell y'all the whole show, but they handled it. But this is the thing though. They did this all in secrecy, so nobody knows that it's gonna be consequences and repercussions for your actions. Leave people alone.
Yeah.
I mean, these little girls need time. I mean, little boys need time to grow and experience life, live. Take your little
raggedy.
Okay, thank you. Like, take yourself somewhere and lock yourself up until you get control of your irrational urges, because that don't make sense to me. It's sick.
Oh, okay. I can't get into it on this live, but I think we should on another live. It goes to that.
I remember in some countries, they used to say back in the day, I ain't never seen that, I can't validate this. They'd be like, okay, you chopping off your hand. I bet you won't steal nothing else. I think that's, hey, you make a mistake.
It still exists. It still exists in certain countries. So know where you're traveling, people. Especially you folks that like to do stuff. Anyway, okay, so what happened to this lady was she was offered sexual acts for money. And according to this article, she described making $700 the first time for sexual intercourse in 20 minutes with an unknown male subject, and the defendant took the entire $700. After this, the defendant collected the victim's birth certificate, social security card, other forms of ID, credentials, put them in a box, and she never had access to the box. Now, this is where using your ding, ding, ding comes into play. If somebody is offering you outside of, where it's legal, Las Vegas, and, whatever. If somebody is offering you money, just know that you're putting yourself into a situation that may not work out. Just saying, okay? You have this problem with contractors, auto mechanics, right? All the time, where they take your money and run. Why would it be any different? And how, like, oh, like he done stole your whole identification. Do you know you were probably on the chopping block next? Because he was removing every form of ID away from you. I'm going to have to check out this Yellowstone. Hands in the Dirt said Yellowstone spinoffs are good too. 1883 and 1923 are very good. Okay, so I think I'll leave it at that. I have a few more. Hopefully you found this purely entertaining, since that's what it is, fair use and entertainment. I don't know. People just, the common sense is not even common sense anymore. We can't even say that. Just think, okay, about some of the stuff, whether it's a 6-year-old, like, I don't know, like you just didn't want to be told to do your homework, like that you thought that was going to work out. Really? Taking money from a stranger? I don't care what it's for. It's just not going to work out.
6-year-olds do have temper tantrum, but that's far beyond.
And who told him that was the actions that you take when you're mad?
Right.
Fuck, let me just go get my, Now you look like Yosemite Sam.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the society that we're living. We're living in a society that there's no consequences. There's no immediate moral justification or anything anymore. Like, these kids are, I don't want to blame videos or video games, and some of them are the same video games that have existed for years. It's the mentality of some of these kids that they're entitled. Like, you can't tell them nothing. There's still a lot of people, not just 6-year-olds, that you just can't tell them nothing.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it. I still have a few more, maybe I'll save it for another time. But I'm not telling you to watch the news. Just be aware of your surroundings. Because
tune in to trending topics and breaking news once a month with us.
Boom, boom, boom. Yes. I'm telling you. And be safe out there. Shout out to people in California with the whole evacuation. Your life is more valuable than the house and everything that's in there. And it's such a tragedy when these natural or unnatural events happen to our people in general. But don't risk your life trying to save your stuff.
Right. Exactly.
Any final thoughts?
No, we have now. I just have a little plug. I got the plug on Saturday at 6:00. We'll be talking to author Alexis Owens on Turn to Talk podcast at 6 p.m. So check that out. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern. If the Lord will let me drag my body out of bed in the morning, I'll be on workout with me. Okay. But
Woo!
no, this was very because some of this stuff I hadn't even heard. I heard about the 6-year-old, but
You see?
I just find it quite intriguing at how we have a lot going on. There's a lot of things that are trying to be controlled, which I understand some and some I don't, but we're just gonna keep rocking with it and doing the best we can do better today than we did yesterday, and do better tomorrow than we did today. That's all.
Oh, I don't have anything scheduled for the rest of the week. You never know. I might be in the mood. I do have some boxes that just came in, so be on the lookout. I'll try to reserve it ahead of time so you guys can be there. And check the community tab for both of us. There's a lot of stuff that flies through there, polls and whatnot. It's always fun to see what poll you posted in the middle of the night. And the workout of the week is the high knees, right?
Yep, 1 minute a day.
Last week, 1 minute of the arm circles, 1 minute of the high knees. It's awesome. Oh, boss lady got a Temu order. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. Temu is
and Mr. Terry to my who gave him the video game. Yep, that's right.
I know. And see, as parents, this is moms, dads, aunts, uncles, whatever, your guardians. Remember, you're still accountable for their actions, regardless. Right. So if you're not ready to take responsibility for the poop that they put out in the world, you better remove the stuff.
You're going to be held accountable for that bag of poop.
Exactly.
You say a bag of something?
Bag of something. All right, guys. Well, hold on. Oh my gosh, I can't even.
Where are you on?
My finger's all crooked. Oh gosh.
Oh my God. Oh, y'all don't want to see that. All right, y'all.
We're going to see you in the next one. Peace.
Thank y'all for being here.